Okay, so this is the last video. I want to talk about my day. Let me see what time it is. Before my alarm clock goes off, it is 11:19. Let's slide this down. Oh, for the love of God. Me and technology, man. Come on. It's not giving me the freaking clock yet. I guess I'll check it in a few minutes. But anyway, so today has not been a great day. I literally went off today, which is also part of the reason why Taken From Me and Never Rewarded was also part of the song. I should have probably mentioned that in the video before this video, but I got off on a tangent on other stuff that's a little bit more important, probably not as relevant, but the day was not a great fucking day, but it wasn't so bad that you know, I made it through. No, straight up, I made it through. Still dealing with pretendians on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever the fuck the social media it is. And still planning my next move. Got to get some stuff done this week, like yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, because today is Wednesday. Yeah. So sometimes I don't know what day of the week it is. Unless I go to work, I don't really know what day of the week it is. But I got some good stuff done yesterday. So we got a lot of stuff changed over, so it won't be long before I can post everything up on this YouTube channel. So there's that. I think I gave a shout out to David in the video I hit yesterday. My eyes are rapidly moving because I wasn't sure, and I don't want to tell you a lie. And also, when y'all see me singing, if you want to know why I'm looking down all the time, it's because there's a timer right here. I don't know if this is gonna work. If not, I'll use the bigger mirror. No. Oh, fudge sickle. Okay, so when I'm singing, if you guys can see that right there in the corner, right there, I try to keep the songs down to under 4 minutes, because after 3 minutes, it's technically a ballad versus a song. But yeah, back to my day. Went to work. Didn't have too bad of a time at work. No, work sometimes touch and go. Um, Listen to a lot of stuff politically that got me a little bit twisted and upset. And I'm like, you know what, man? There's a lot of things wrong in this world. We're not going to talk about it in this video, but there are a lot of things wrong in this world. It's also how I lose followers, so we're going to keep that asshat's name out of my mouth. But, the world itself is in deep shit. I'm currently watching a live on TikTok with more fucking pretendians, man. And, the recap of that is this. All my social media say the same thing. I was mixed before social media. I do not deny my black heritage. I do not deny my white heritage. I damn sure don't deny my native heritage. There was times in my life where I may have skirted around some of that shit, but it was because of other people doing and saying shit to me that would now probably be borderline racist, like the guy for 3 years at Kegler's who wouldn't stop calling me chief every fucking day. Those were days was like, man, I wish I was not part native, because this fucker would not stop calling me chief. There was grade school to high school where it was the Tonto dance or someone calling me some shit that I didn't need to hear, and then there was the half breed and the zebra jokes and trying to be more black, and I didn't want to embrace any other culture but black culture. And these videos are pretty much set in stone once they're posted. But I've been through a lot of shit in 50 years. And all of a sudden I got these fuckers on the fucking social media trying to erase my ancestry and trying to erase both sides of my ancestry, the ones that I can walk in. I can never be a white man. I'm not saying that to offend white people, but if you look at me as I am right now, I'm never going to go into a white place and be classified as a white person. It's not going to happen. I have a really fucked up story about that, and I will give it to you before this video is over. It was a really bad racist incident for white people, and I will give it to you in a second. The blacks all of a sudden out of the blue are now doing what a lot of white people did when TikTok started with pretendians and all that shit. Now let me give you the racist story before I forget that I'm going to give it to you. So my uncle, An uncle who I love but can never trust again because he put his hands on me. We don't do that. He didn't win the fight. I prevented us from both dying, but he went from a hug to a chokehold, and then he went into a leg split because I got him the fuck off me. He was in the Navy, and I was in the Army. Apparently, my training is a lot better than people thought. It wasn't the training from the Army. That was the training I've had all my fucking life. Anyway, I borrowed his car. It's like I first got my driver's license. And he let us borrow his Chevette. Me and my bro B-Dog, we went somewhere. We picked up some girls. We had a good time. We dropped off the girls. We dropped off B-Dog, and the goddamn car died on me. And this was like right up the street from AutoZone. I don't know the street, but it's on like close to Pantops. But before you get to Pantops, if you're coming from the Charlottesville Rucker area, you come straight across. Because if you go right, you're going to Pantops. So then you go past AutoZone. Well, there was a racist bar, and my car broke down. And I walked into the bar, and there were no people of color in there. None at all, except me. So I walked in and asked them, because we didn't have cell phones, if I could borrow the phone. You'd be fucked up at what I'm about to tell you now, so we're just going to go ahead and get it out there. I went in and asked, can I borrow the phone? Nah, boy. We don't have no phone. About the time this is why Murphy's Law has always been my best friend and my worst enemy at the same time. By the time he said, nah, boy, we don't have no phone, why the fucking business phone started ringing. I said, is that so? So I just backed on out, and then somehow, by the grace of God, the car started back up. It's like, oh, great, okay, cool. I took the car back to my uncle. I never drove that motherfucker again. And eventually I would get my own car. So once I got my own car, everything was hunky-dory. But I learned a very valuable lesson that day. I learned on that day, mixed or not, I will never be a white man. And yes, it was a white man from a whole different era. In the same time of that, when I would go to work, would continue to call me chief. For 3 fucking years straight, the dude would continue to call me chief. And then when I applied for jobs, I marked down black because my birth certificate says black. And they would ask me if I was sure. So I know that some people don't view me as black. But I should have known better from the jump, because all through high school, grade school, and middle school it was half-breed this, half-breed that. The half-breed can't read. The half-breed like comic books. It was just really, really bad. And I never really had a bad Native American experience until I was 23. And then I only had one, but it was 2 in the same day. And no, I did not handle that well, because I threatened men who could not get up and defend themselves that I would push one into a tree and one into oncoming traffic. Very bad things to say to people. I probably never will apologize to them. But they did have to answer to another Native American for that. So thank you to Court, who's a Mohawk, for that shit. Anyway, other than that, I've gotten through today with little to no stress other than going off this morning. So that being said, thank you guys for being here. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. It is an honor to be allowed into your life for however many videos you are watching tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu number 2. Be seeing.